In the bowl I've got 2 kilos of mixed fruit. There's sultanas, currants and raisins. No peel because my family don't like peel, so I don't use it. And what I've done, I've picked them all over to try and find any stalks. Took quite a while, I can say, but it's worth doing. You don't want a stalk in the middle of a piece of beautiful Christmas cake. So took time to do that. Poured over a glass of sherry, gave it a good old stir, and I left them overnight to soak in the sherry. So I've got 500 grams of butter. It's got to be butter. Don't even think about using margarine or any of these spreadables. No, must be block butter, and you need it to be at room temperature so you can work with it. 500 grams of butter, 500 grams of dark brown soft sugar, 625 grams of plain flour, 250 grams of ground almonds, 200 grams of glace cherries that I've cut into quarters, and 10 eggs. Once we've baked the cake, we'll then coat it in brandy. So we start off with a good old wooden spoon, the butter and the sugar. Now this is where the hard work comes in. And to blend the butter and the sugar until it's creamy. Takes quite a while and quite a bit of elbow grease, but nothing worthwhile was ever made without effort. That's what I always say. So that's creamed in now, it's all nice and smooth. Bit of elbow grease, that's all you need. Next step is to put the eggs in 2 at a time. Give that a mix. Each addition needs to be beaten until it's smooth. So those eggs have been beaten until it's smooth again. Then we do about 1/5 of the flour. Mix again till smooth. And you repeat this until all the eggs and the flour are mixed in. So it's 2 eggs, 1/5 of the flour, and mix at every stage till smooth. Right, now for the next 2 eggs. Every so often, after your additions, scrape the bowl and get all these bits from the sides. so that it doesn't get left out of the mixture. Right, onwards and upwards, 6 more eggs to go in yet. Right, so I've got all the flour and the eggs in there. Next is the ground almonds. So we'll give that a good old mix till it's all blended in. So the ground almonds are in now. Now it's time to add the fruit. And this is where I wish I had a bigger bowl. The fruit. And the glace cherries. So there's only one way you can really mix this. And this is to get your hand in. So in we go. This is the most satisfying part of the job. So the mixture's done now. This is what it looks like. So it's into the prepared tins, about 2/3 of the way up. And I've got the oven set at 125 centigrade, which is a very slow oven, and these cakes could take up to 4 hours, but it's very important not to rush it. So that's 125 centigrade, 250 Fahrenheit, gas a half. This cake won't rise at all, it just stays roughly the same. But the baking's the tricky part, because that's where it could all go horribly wrong. So it's better to take it slow than to try and rush it. So the cakes are baked now. It's taken just under 3 hours for this big one at 120 centigrade, which is very low. Cook them too quick, they'd be crunchy on the outside and not cooked through in the middle. So it's got to be long and slow. So I've left them to cool right down overnight. The next thing to do is to take off all the paper. This is a large piece of non-stick foil, so prick the cake all over with a skewer. I'm using a small knitting needle. Make sure you sterilise it first in boiling water, and then we're going to brush the cake with brandy, which will soak right into those holes. I'm going to do that all over the cake. till it's all coated. This will make sure that the cake matures beautifully, and it will be lovely and sticky and moist for Christmas. I shall do this with all the cakes. By Christmas they'll be absolutely superb. Watch out for stray hairs from the brush. So wrap that up. Now after 1 week I shall take it out and do it again. Brush with brandy and wrap back up. And then after a second week I shall give it a third coating of brandy. And then we shall leave it till Christmas, and it will have a month to mature. So that's what we do with the Christmas cakes.